I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call our meeting to order. Remind the audience that we have both a written and a visual record of the proceedings. Do we have any awards, recognition, or correspondence?
Not at this time.
No.
Okay.
We do.
Oh, we do?
Oh.
Oh. Well, thank you.
You had them covered up.
Oh, yes, we do. This is the one for you.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be in here.
Yeah, so did I. I guess. This is a letter from the Mackay FFA to the Umatilla County Commissioners. Thank you so much for supporting the Mackay FFA at the Umatilla County Fair. We really appreciate how you took time out of your day to contribute to this fair. It's people like you who make fairs like this possible. Thanks again, sincerely, Mackay FFA. And Larry, I think as the liaison, I'd like you to do that one.
Okay, this is from the Marion County Public Works Department. And I see somebody back there shaking their head. But this is in recognition. It says, "Dear members of the board, as Marion County OASIS members, we would like to enthusiastically nominate Tom Fellows, Public Works Director of Umatilla County, for the OASIS 2018 Road Official, formerly titled Engineer of the Year Award. His contributions to OASIS membership and to the others in Oregon include Umatilla County Public Works Department Director, OASIS member since 2010, NACO Transportation Steering Committee, NASA Paved Roads Committee Chair, NACE State Director, and ODOT Local Agency Bridge Selection Committee. He piloted also the sister county concept with Tillamook County. Within these work groups and elsewhere, Tom has represented OASIS members' concerns exceptionally well, particularly in devising practical on-ground solutions that are a viable implement despite limited agency resources. He is a great listener and has championed the efforts of others and their needs despite their agency's size or budget. Public safety, compliance, teamwork, collaboration, and mindfully protecting the public's investment in Oregon road systems are core professional values Tom regularly exhibits. Please join us and consider with us this special acknowledgement to one of our prodigious leaders amongst leaders. Respectfully, Alan Haley, Marion County, Cindy Schmidt, Marion County, and Don Newell, Marion County. Tom, congratulations.
Tom, I'm assuming you'll want to say something. Congratulations. All right. Minutes of the October 3rd, 2018 meeting.
Did you hear what Kathy said?
No, I didn't.
Maybe a picture.
A picture? We'll get a picture afterward.
Yeah, so Tom, you'll have to stick around the whole meeting.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the minutes of the Umatilla County Board of Commissioners, October 3.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any additions to the agenda?
There was one. It's on the monitor, though. It's number 8. There was another payable from for the election, and that is also before the boards for approval.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Anybody wish to address the board on an item other than that which is on our agenda? Okay. Item number 1, CDBG grant discussion. Just go ahead and start us.
Okay. This is before the board for possible consideration for the county to be a sponsor for a CDBG grant. This would be for the benefit of Columbia Health for their proposed Pendleton site.
Maybe Doug, you might want to have them.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And At this time, the county does not have any open CDBG grants, so we are eligible to act as a sponsor and applicant. And so I'm sure there are 4 individuals here from the developer, and so they're here to explain what they are planning and what they would need the county to do.
Okay. Please come forward and identify with your name and address and.
What we're looking at doing
we need
is...
the record. We need for you to identify yourself.
You do need all that information.
Yes.
All right, so Seth Whitmer from Columbia River Health. I'm the CEO there. And what else do you need?
Address.
Address 450 Tatone Street. Tatone Street, Totone. TAT, thank you. TATONE Street, Boardman, Oregon. Okay. Anything else you need?
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay, all right. So what we're looking at doing is just trying to help establish services here in Pendleton. We've been working with the county in running the school-based health center, and have enjoyed doing that. And we're trying to figure out how we can provide other services in the community. And so one thing that we've been looking at is the old medical office building that was over by the St. Anthony's Hospital where it used to be. That's all ripped down now. The medical office building is still standing. So we're looking at trying to get into that and establish services there. And so there's quite a bit of work that would need to be done to that building though to make it functional, such as putting in a parking lot for one. So we're just trying to get some support from the county to help make that happen.
Can you describe what type of services you'd be providing there?
Yeah, you bet. So what we hope to bring to the community is basically primary care services, and we define that through family practice, pediatrics, OB, dental services, mental health services, and also pharmacy services. So that's kind of in a nutshell the services we're trying to bring into the community that we would like to help provide. We really focus especially on the underserved. Our mission is to take care of everyone in the community, but especially the underserved in the community.
And this would be all outpatient treatment?
Correct. There'd be we don't do any kind of inpatient work, so, yeah.
Then would you explain a little bit about where your funding comes from?
Sure. We are a federally qualified health center, so we receive funding from basically from the state and from the feds to help support our mission to be able to take care of everyone, especially the underserved. We were created basically under an act of Congress, so our federal oversight entity is the Health Resources Services Administration, or HRSA for short, HRSA, and so we received some grant money from the feds, and then we received an enhanced Medicaid rate from the state to be able to provide these comprehensive services. And we take care of everyone, regardless of their ability to pay. It's not a free service. We require everyone to pay something. So we're not a free clinic by any means. But we are there to make sure everyone gets the care they need.
Would all your providers be credentialed through the hospital?
Through the hospital? No, they would not be credentialed through the hospital.
To serve there?
To
credentialed
serve there?
by the hospital, not to it?
Some would if they were to provide any services there, such as OB would be credentialed at the hospital to provide services there. Speaking with the hospital about it, it doesn't really sound like they have hospitalists there, so any kind of family practice or anything like that wouldn't really need a lot of credentialing at the hospital. And so it just kind of depends, on the services that we'd be offering, whether or not there would be a need to have that at the hospital, if we'd be providing any services there. Again, we're not doing a lot of inpatient work, so we wouldn't really be doing a lot of stuff at the hospital. We'd be partnering with the hospital for all of that inpatient work.
So you would be kind of setting up here, kind of like the Yakima Valley farm workers have set up in Hermiston.
Yeah, yep.
Very
yep,
similar?
Exactly. Yep, very similar to that. Yeah. They're also a federally qualified health center.
I've thought about this since we heard a presentation, Bill, on Monday morning, and we've had an extremely positive relationship with this organization through our school-based health clinic. They kind of were our salvation, actually. But also, I think the fact that in terms of economic development, this facility has been empty 3 years.
At least, yeah.
It's not a facility that's going to be attracted to St. Anthony because it's on the opposite end of town, but it's certainly in an end of town where your clientele it'd be readily accessible.
Right.
Just near Washington School. So the more I thought about it, the more pleased I am that this is a possibility.
Go ahead. Excuse me.
So you talked to us Monday a little bit about renting or purchasing. Which option are you going with?
Right now, we've been looking at purchasing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would virtually take a whole new book of patients from any specific area. Would they be traveling in, for example, from Milton, Freewater, or Athena?
That's what our goal would be, is that it would, the whole region here, Morrow County and Umatilla County, have a high rate of amblyopia, for example, or lazy eye. And there's not really a lot of optometrists that will take them because they're on Medicaid. And so we've been trying to fill that need in Boardman, but we need a larger area that we can set up services to have that be our central base for providing that. And so we're hopeful that maybe that could be here, that we could serve the whole region with that service. So yeah, we would be taking patients from Milton, Freewater, or wherever else, Umatilla, wherever.
Now, most of the folks at the west end of the county, I'm assuming, go down and use the Boardman facility at this time?
At the west end of the county?
Umatilla, Hermiston, Stanfield, Echo.
Yeah, we have patients coming to Boardman from Umatilla. We have patients coming from Hermiston. Not a ton, but we have some.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the building?
Yes. A question I would have, probably it'd be a Doug question. What's the county's responsibility on CPG?
In this one, we'd actually be the applicant and the property owner for a period of time. It's usually 5 years. And then it'd be very similar to the Head Start facility that were completed, as well as the detox facility. The county would basically help. We'd file the application in consultation with Columbia River Health. We would help with any construction contracts, management of the grant, and closeout.
And in the past, we've done several of these, and it wasn't a horrendous cost unless they didn't follow the procedure, and then we kind of got held up but we were reimbursed for it.
Yes.
So.
I did visit with our assistant CFO and got what I perceived to be a green light. So.
I have no questions.
Okay.
I don't.
Was there anybody else going to speak, or?
I don't know. Did you want to say anything, or?
Yeah.
Again, give us the name and address.
Laura Prado from Park Resources, 549 East Main Street in Weston. So we have been brought in to consult with Columbia River Health and are helping them prepare the application and seek additional funding from other sources as well. One thing that I did want to bring up is that there has been some concern over signing the title over to the county in terms of being able to then take out additional loans, because the CDBG is a great source of funds for this project, but it's not going to cover everything that has to be done. We're told by the state that we can do, rather than ceding ownership, we can come up with an agreement that basically is a conditional use kind of an agreement where they can only use it in a specified way for the 5-year period. And I just want to make sure that that's clear so that you guys are aware of that and are comfortable with that before proceeding.
Actually, I think the county would prefer that, so yes, that would be great.
Great. Did you have any other questions for us about the process, or not at this time?
Okay, we put this on as a potential action item. What would you propose, council?
And checking with the state, the potential deadline for the grant application is December 31st, and in order to meet that, immediate action would probably be needed. Otherwise, I think the deadline is July 1.
I believe it's July 31st.
July 31st.
Past the first of the fiscal year.
Okay.
So
if you want to take action, probably now would be preferable, unless you need more information or need additional time.
You know, with what I see in the communities, primary health care is very much needed. There's a shortage of providers. The doctor's lists of patients are long, and to get into one takes quite a long time. I would think this would be a good addition to the community and would move approval.
Second.
further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. There you go. Okay. Yep.
Thank you very much.
It's not, you're welcome to stay, but it's not mandatory. Item 2, computer purchase. Kathy?
Good morning.
And Riley.
I'm Captain Kathy Llewellyn from the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office 911 Dispatch Center. In 2015, I was tasked with developing an equipment replacement fund for equipment in the dispatch center with the help of Dan Lanai and Riley Workman. So we put together a plan. It was a 6-year plan out. So this year we're scheduled to purchase 3 computers for dispatch and 1 supervisor computer, which would be mine. So I gave you the cost of that. Riley and Beverly went out for quotes on that, and the lowest quote that we had was Dale, and that was for $7,043.08 for all 4 of the computers. So I'm requesting approval of that purchase.
Questions?
I don't.
And we do have, it will come out of our dispatch reserve fund that we have been putting money into for
Those
that.
funds were part of the thing we went through with dispatch a couple of years ago to get that all worked out, and I know you do have a fund established for that, for timely replacement. And Mr. Chair, I'd move approval.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Riley, did you want to say anything?
She said everything.
Talk about the fish hook.
I was here in case there was questions about the computers, so
Talk about the fish hook, or
Yes, I feel.
we can do that later anytime.
All right, backfilling of the dispatch position, item 3. I assume that's you again.
That would be me again. On December 1st, I'm losing one of my dispatchers, the one that got the award from DPSST for academic achievement. She's moving back down to the valley, so we're going to be losing her, which is a great loss to us because she's a good dispatcher. But I understand that when you move out of the area, there's reasons for that. So, and then we'll be losing John January 1st, so that I'll be short 2 dispatchers because we plan to promote a dispatcher into that John's position. So I'm requesting that I've gone out because I anticipated that we would be down 1 dispatcher. I went out and I've had the hiring process. We've gone through the interview process and we've come up with some good candidates for replacement of the 2 positions. What I'm asking is, I know I can start one on December 1st, but I would like to start 2 if I can, so we can start the training process. So that would be a backfill of 1 position. So, and that would be about a cost of $5,280. So that's my request. I think it would be a good idea to get 2 people started as soon as I can, because being down 2 is very difficult for dispatch.
Kathy, what's your budget impact?
$5,280.
No, I mean, are you budgeted for that?
Yes, we're doing pretty good on that line item for our full-time cost. And then when John leaves January 1st, then he's a high paid position, so I think we'll have some savings there too. So for a little bit till we get that position replaced.
I move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Item 4 and 5, we need our award-winning Director of Public Works to come forward.
Tom Fellows, Public Works Director.
Award-winning Public Works Director.
I see. So the Public Works Department is in the market for a new road grader. This was a budgeted item. The new machine we're looking at is a John Deere 672G. Our cost for that machine is $311,848. We'll be surplusing one of our older graders, Cat 140M. Harney County has indicated that they'd like to purchase that blade from us on our surplus. John Deere Pape was offering us $125,000 for trade-in value of that machine, so that was what we were looking at giving it to Harding County for, was what our trade-in value was going to be. So at this point, we're requesting to purchase the new John Deere at the full purchase price of $311,000 and be able to surplus to Harney County our old blade for $125,000. So it'll bring the net to us is going to be $186,848 for the new motor grader.
Was that on your purchase?
Yes.
Yep.
Actually, we have 2 motor graders on our purchase request for this year, so we will probably have another one later on. I've been keeping pretty close track of our revenues, and we're right on track for where we should be for this year. So I'm pretty comfortable that we're going to hit all of our goals on the revenue side.
We can't have too many graders.
This is true.
I know.
Mr. Chair, I'd move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you. So the second thing on our list is dump trucks. We actually had 3 new dump trucks in our purchase request for this year. Right now we're looking at requesting purchase of 2 new dump trucks. My goal is to kind of spread this out a little bit. I want to make sure that our revenues continue to come in on track rather than spend a lot of money betting on the come, so to speak. So these 2 trucks will be purchased on the Sourcewell contract, which used to be NJPA. The cost of each truck is $147,563, which would bring the total for 2 of them to $295,127. Yeah, this too is on our request, and it is budgeted for, and I'm pretty comfortable that we're going to have the funding to continue to do this.
And they're new? What color would you possibly want to paint them, since they're part of the Rainbow Fleet?
We're gonna try to transition into white.
Mr. Chair, I'd move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Also nice to know you're purchasing them locally.
Pardon me?
It appears you're purchasing them locally.
Yes, we are. The Woodpecker can sell the internationals on that Sourcewell contract. So it's and I expect in future months that we'll be looking at one more dump truck and a couple of transports on this same contract. So it's going to be a pretty good deal for Woodpecker.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's normally your crusade, Commissioner Elfring. Purchasing local. What?
I think this got stuck to it.
Oh, okay.
We can get one. He wears the same thing every day. All right, the car repair payable.
Morning, Commissioners. Dale Primer, Director, Umatilla County Community Justice. Payable before you today as a result of one of our POs traveling to, I believe, to Salem. Had a truck on one side of him, truck in front of him, truck behind him. As they're going down the freeway, truck in front of him veers off into the median, and what that person was avoiding was a tire, an axle that had come off of a trailer in front of him. So with nowhere to go, with a car in the median to the right, a semi to the left, and a wheel in the front, you can probably understand the outcome of that. Turned it in over to insurance. The insurance companies have had some dispute over who's covering what or how it would be covered. We've left that to Doug. Meanwhile, it had drug on for some period of time, so we asked Doug for advice on how to move forward and went ahead and had the car repaired. So before you is the bill for the $11,135.36 to repair. I think it's a 2017 Ford Fusion.
Is it the same estimate that the companies were feuding about? Or was this a new estimate you received?
Well, I think it was a little bit more than an original estimate, but no.
It was one of those things that was difficult to get a hard estimate on because once you start peeling panels back and getting into that undercarriage, the amount of damage that was originally forecasted ended up being much more extensive.
Are we? I guess the point of my question is: have we been negotiating solely with one repair firm or more?
I don't recall how that worked.
I don't know if Tammy got quotes for more than one or not. I don't know.
Normally, the history that I have in that particular business, it took a very special shop to only be able to put in one estimate. Usually there were two. I don't doubt for a minute the amount of damage that would have caused, and that this would certainly be within the range.
I think it got towed to the particular shop that did it. I think primarily because I think we had the county actually drive out. It happened by the Dalles, if I recall right. Get it picked up and brought in and dropped off. From there, it fell out of my line of sight, and it was handled primarily between Tammy and Doug.
I guess the point is it was repaired. It was one of our brand new cars.
Yeah, it was new.
So
It has been repaired.
yeah, so
I would then move approval.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody's going to talk about ballots.
Okay.
Did you stay overnight?
I went home for a couple hours. Dan Lanai, Director of Administrative Services. Yeah, got out here about 2:40 last night, or this morning. Before you, we have a couple of payables for the election, and since it's part of the cost, it's budgeted, but it's over the $5,000. The cost for printing the ballot, $17,890, basically rounded up $94. to Ryder Graphics. And the other payable, there's another payable too, but that's for the printing of the ballots.
Mr. Chair, I'd move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. The next payable is for Bend Mailing, and it's for the insertion and they actually we do all the automatic inserting for us, so there's no human error and everything. They do the insertion of all of our 44,000 ballots for us, send them in the mail, but this doesn't include the postage, but that's the cost of inserting the ballots, labeling them, which takes us 4 weeks to do of time and bringing in board workers. So that's what the $6,000 is for there with Bend Mailing.
I have no questions.
I have none.
Mr. Chair, move approval of payment of $6,244.21.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you, Commissioners.
Are you going back home?
Probably this afternoon a little bit. We have to tie up a few things, check a few things.
Could you get us a printout of all the election results?
Yeah, we can set something up to your office. We need to look at a few things,
Okay.
and we'll bring something up for you. But we still have ballots, so they sweep the Portland post office, and then other counties receive our ballots, so we still have a few ballots that come in yet, but it should be only a couple hundred at the most.
Good.
So, all right, thank you, Commissioners.
Number 8, annual commute authorization review. Why don't we take a brief recess while you and Tom have your picture taken by Stephanie, who's now returned with the camera.
Oh. Okay. Come on, Ham. Where's that letter?
Stand behind him, one of these behind him.
Yeah, like that.
Thanks.
We don't expect a miracle, Stephanie.
Photoshop it. Do a good Photoshop job.
All right, we'll go back to the annual commute authorization review.
When the board last approved its annual orders for those employees that are allowed to use county vehicles to commute, the board also instructed staff to review the matter within 6 months. And so it's now coming before the board for if you want to discuss or if you want to set in some type of process for review.
Didn't we have a process we used in the past?
Basically what the process is, I request, there's really basically, I think, 4 departments. I ask the directors if they have any changes for the year, and if they do, they don't, then I update the order. And there really never has been any discussion with the board as to who or what position should be allowed to use county vehicles.
With that, Mr. Chair, I would move we instruct county council to move forward with the same process that we've used in the past.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Number 9, Hospital Authority Board appointment.
On the hospital facility board, there's only one in this order for appointment. There is a potential of 2 that will come at a further date for the second position. At the end of this year, Commissioner Murdoch's term will expire. He is termed out, and the proposal is to have Commissioner Alfreen be appointed to the Hospital Facility Authority Board.
I move approval.
Second.
I'll second it.
Oh, I can't second my own?
Well, you probably could, but I will.
I mean, it's such a difficult role.
Yeah, it's a resume builder.
It is.
I will.
Looks
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I forget who the second person is. Oh, Jennifer Spurgeon.
Yeah. And I should see her tonight, and I'll ask again.
Okay. Item 10, reset November 21st Board of Directors meeting to November 28th. Is that correct?
Yep.
That's correct. And as much as none of us will be here that first date, I move that we move the meeting to November 28th.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I would have been here. We're not going anywhere. Item number 11, Eurus Community Benefit Plan appointment.
There is a vacancy on the year's Community Benefit Plan Board. Louis Key has submitted his resignation. He approached the City of Milton Freewater, and they are recommending that Jim Staton be appointed to replace him on the board.
Mr. Chair, I'd move approval.
I would second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Do we have anything else?
Those are all the items on the agenda.
Anything from the commissioners?
Nothing
I have
today.
nothing. I will head for my MPO meeting.
Okay. Congratulations once again to our Public Works Director, and with that, we're adjourned.